Good morning. My name is Taylor Abernathy, and I decided to do my recommendation report on boosting employee morale for Home Depot. So my report is for Craig Maynor, which is the CEO of Home Depot. I personally worked at Home Depot at my local one near my house from August 2018 to August 2019. So I was able to witness firsthand just how bad morale can affect a company, and specifically Home Depot in particular, because a lot of employees felt undervalued there and underappreciated. And I personally left because of that reason. I could go above and beyond my job title, or I could do less than my job title, and it didn't seem to matter to upper management. I personally did not like that aspect of working there because it just seemed like nobody wanted to be there. And at the beginning, when I first started, it wasn't that way. I loved working there at first, but the longer you're there, it seems like it just gets harder because you're not the new person, so you're not watched as much, so you're not thanked you for doing your job or even recognized for when you go above and beyond. Because I was a cashier, but I'd be out there loading stuff for customers or helping pick out Christmas trees in the garden center. And I could just see firsthand how many people left because of how undervalued they felt from their management. So the problem that tends to be the focus is bad morale, because it can determine how many people tend to leave your company, how happy they are. And so some of the options to fix this that I found were to reevaluate your perks and benefits offered from upper management. Secondly, to recognize personal milestones and losses for every employee. And thirdly, to ask for feedback. So bad morale can create a unhealthy work environment. It can lead to unhappy customers, poorly executed tasks, and an overall bad image of the whole company, because past employees tend to voice their opinions of how it was to work there. So bad morale creates a higher turnover rate, so you're having to train more people more often instead of keeping your regular employees happy. So for my first option, I chose reevaluate your perks and benefits. So one of the things that Home Depot does is a Homer Award, and that can be given from an upper level management personnel, or if a customer calls X amount of times and brags on you, you get a Homer Award. And after so many, you go to like a silver status, bronze status, gold status. And I believe it was after every 3 you got $50, or maybe it was every 1. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I felt that there could have been more incentives there. So with this recommendation, I say that you could definitely try to take your voice of customer notes that they submit, and instead of just posting them on a bulletin board, you could turn them into a simple award, whether it be a painted apron maybe, or an extra break on a regular work day. It can be costly just depending on what you decide to do for the award, but it would be less people leaving, I think, in my opinion. So secondly would be to recognize personal milestones and losses. So this would be not costly at all, because you could do a simple note or a phone call or an email just to let the employee know that they are thought about, whether it be if they were injured or a family member was injured, or if there's a loss of a family member, or maybe just a birth of a child or grandchild, just so that they know that they are being thought of by their bosses. Thirdly, ask for feedback. This is a very important one, because you can create a system for your employees to either be anonymous or to be named, but to let upper management know that their opinions are being seen, and help managers to understand exactly how they're feeling and how to help them. once this is implemented, it's pretty cheap. The initial cost may be a little more depending on how you do it, whether it be a online database or even just a simple note in a box left in front of human resources. So my recommendation personally would be option 2, to recognize personal losses and milestones of an employee, because it's less costly, but it's just as beneficial. Because as long as an employee knows that they are being cared about and thought of, they are going to be more happy at their job and take more initiative to work harder to make their bosses proud. And personally, I wish I would have received that more too, and it would be better for less turnover overall, because if the employees are happy, they're not going to leave, and so they will continue to work there and to improve the company. So this is my recommendation report on Home Depot for boosting their employee morale. Thank you and have a nice day.